Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are all having a wonderful day. So I'm very excited for this week's video because we are getting ready for Christmas. I brought out my nutcracker mug and put on my plaid circle skirt, and we are in full-on Christmas mode. So it is actually the week before Thanksgiving, which is very early for me to get ready for Christmas, but we are leaving for Texas in a week and we will be gone for several weeks. So we want to come home to a festive household. So the plan for this week's video is to decorate for Christmas, do a fun Christmas sewing project, a vintage sewing project, and I wanted to share a couple of fun Christmassy things with you guys that I picked up for this new season, and probably a bunch of cozy things in between there as well. So I thought we would start with the video with showing you guys the Christmas things that I purchased. So I try not to purchase a ton of new things at the beginning of each Christmas season because it's so tempting to do, especially if you go walking out in the stores, you just want to buy every pretty thing in sight. So I try to reel it back a bit, but I do have a fun little kind of haul for you guys. So I have no rhyme or reason for this, so we'll just jump right into the pile that I have sitting closest to me. So I have two books that I will show you first. One is a piano book. It is a Charlie Brown Christmas piano solo. I have been wanting this Christmas book for a couple of years, and I feel like the Charlie Brown Christmas music is so iconic, so I'm excited to practice this. I have kind of gotten out of the habit of practicing piano and just playing piano in general, so this should be a fun thing to hopefully get me back into practicing. The next book is an actual book to read, and it is called The Christmas Bookshop, and I have a feeling this is going to be like a Christmas Hallmark movie in book form, but my sister and I are going to read this together, and this was recommended, I believe, by Morgan Long here on YouTube. I think this is one she read a couple years ago, and I've always loved her book recommendations, so we're gonna give this one a try. But my sister and I are planning on making a day of reading this. Caleb will keep Rosie, we'll have some hot cocoa, and my sister and I will just cozy up and read. So should be a very fun Christmas activity to do together. Let's see, we'll go on to vinyl next. I have two vinyl. I only have one with me currently. But the first one that I have is this Harry Connick Jr. When My Heart Finds Christmas. And if this is not the most 90s cover, I don't know what is. It's kind of fantastic. Let me show you guys the pictures on the sleeves as well. They look like Ralph Lauren 90s Christmas advertisements. They're kind of fantastic and make me so nostalgic because I am a 90s baby and I just love it so much. I love Harry Connick Jr.'s voice. I first discovered him actually from my When Harry Met Sally vinyl, and so I wanted to have his Christmas album. And the other Christmas album that I ordered, but it was a pre-order, is the Stella Cole Let It Snow vinyl. If you have never listened to her voice, do yourself a favor and go listen to her song Next Christmas. It is beautiful, so beautiful, highly recommend. So that one should be in the mail when we come back from Texas, so that will be a fun little thing to come home to. Next is something really small, but it is a new tea. This is the Harney & Sons Holiday Spiced Black Tea. This has black tea, orange peel, safflowers, vanilla flavor, cloves, almond flavor, cinnamon flavor, and orange flavor. Just sounded very Christmassy, so I'm excited to have this for a holiday tea. I try to buy just one new tea for a season, and so this was the choice. I love Harney & Sons, and I love the packaging. I thought it was just so festive. Next is a fun clothing item. So these are some shoes that I bought from Poshmark. I have wanted shoes like this for a couple years, and these were a really good price. So these are originally from J. Crew, but how festive are these shoes? They have this little block heel and this really beautiful tartan with this little black velvet bow. I will have to say, because they are pointed at the toes, these would not be good for long walking periods, but for something short or like a Christmas dinner or something, these will be perfect with like a little black dress. I just thought they were so cute. They do have Mary Janes in this fabric, which I tried to find, but I could only find one pair in my size, and they were about $150. So bit out of my price range, so I just got these instead, and I think they are just so cute and festive. I really don't wear plaid very much other than Christmas, so these are just really fun. All right, just a couple more things. So the one thing I did buy for Christmas decorations is this advent calendar from Rifle Paper Company. I thought this was so cute, and it has this little nutcracker that you move along the days. Let's see, is it gonna focus on him? I can't tell if it's focused, looks like it is. and you just move him along the days to count down to Christmas. But I thought this was just so fun, and in their original Nutcracker character print, matches my mug perfectly. I just thought it was so cute. Rifle Paper Company's Christmas collection this year is just beautiful. And then the last Christmas thing I have is actually some fabric. I picked up some Rifle Paper Company Christmas fabric, which I just think is so cute. I think this might be called the Land of Sweets, but this fabric is what I'm going to use to make the apron. So I will show you guys the pattern that I am using. So this is the Simplicity 3206, and it is this vintage apron pattern. So this used to be my great aunt's, and my aunt gave it to me because she knew I loved to sew, and I'm really excited. This is the view I'm going to make, and I think this should be really fun to work on. So I think what I might do now is actually get ready to cut out this fabric. I don't think I'll have time to work on this today because after Rosie gets up from her nap, Caleb and Rosie and I will decorate for Christmas. We will not get our Christmas tree till we get back, but we can at least get the rest of the decorations up. So I'm just going to finish this tea, and then we'll go cut out this fabric for my sewing project.
I woke up this morning, I looked outside my window where children lighting up the Christmas tree, and the snow is falling. It reminds me of the good times, those winters we would spend just you and me. It's been such a long time.
So the pattern pieces are all cut out, and I'm actually really excited to work on this apron because when I was looking at the pattern pieces, I saw that there was some pleats and some tucks and things on the front of this apron. So that should be really fun to work on. I probably won't work on that today. I'm thinking of working on that tomorrow because what I need to do now is pick up everything that I showed you guys earlier in this video, and then we will get to transforming our house into a Christmas wonderland.
Feeling alone, kinda misty, waiting now for you to come. It's cold again, but I know we'll be warm, sitting by the fire and dream. Tell me again with a whisper, little things that I wanna hear, and the stars up above are smiling when they see you holding me so near. I see snowflakes on the chimneys, and the candles have a certain glow, a secret and a song, even church bells sing along, and the children making angels in the snow. Oh, what a gift to be given. How lucky can this old heart be? And I fall into peace and silence on a very special Christmas Eve.
Christmas decorating is finished. We had some leftover lights that I put up in our room over my mirror. So now I'm just going to get changed into some Christmas pajamas, and we are going to make some hot cocoa and watch a Christmas movie. But I'm really happy with everything we got done. But we're gonna call that a night, and I will talk to you guys in the morning.
Tell me again with a whisper, little things that I wanna hear, and the stars up above, they are shining with love, listening to this song playing on, listening to this song playing on.
Good afternoon. It is the next day. I have a freshly brewed cup of black tea and another Christmas mug now that I got these all washed, and we are ready to sew. But before we start sewing, let me show you guys my sweatshirt. Look at this sweatshirt. This is Lauren Johnson here on YouTube. This is her first merch she's ever released. She sent me this one actually for pattern testing her circle skirt. Best gift ever. She sent a whole little goodie box and it was the sweetest thing. But if this is not the perfect sweatshirt, I don't know what it is. She also has a dark green version, which I have on my wish list for Christmas because I absolutely love these. They're just so sweet and I love this color. So we're going for cozy vibes today. I have my sweatshirt and then some white pants on. So plan is for today is to hopefully finish the apron this afternoon. I need to look over the instructions and do a couple things to the actual pattern pieces. But all that being said, let's put on a Christmas record and start sewing after a couple of sips of tea because I need a little bit of caffeine this afternoon. All right, now let's start sewing. All right, so the first thing we're starting with is the pocket, and I wanted to kind of show you guys how we are constructing this. So this is a really fun pocket. This long piece here will make 3 separate pockets on the front, which I think is so fun. So what you do first is turn the top edge down a 1/4 inch, and then you fold it over onto the outside of the fabric. And then I pressed a 1/4 inch around all the edge to enclose the raw edge. So then we're gonna stitch along all of these so that when it's done, we will flip this to the inside, which will make a facing for the top of the pocket. So just gonna take this over to the sewing machine, sew that up, and then we'll come back and continue working. So here is the pocket all finished. I did already actually make a mistake on the pocket. I was not supposed to stitch these raw edges yet. I was supposed to just pin it onto the apron front, but it's a happy mistake because really all it's going to do is add a couple more stitching lines to the outside here and make the pocket just a bit smaller, but that's okay because I actually don't really use pockets on aprons anyway. It's more for looks. Per the usual with my projects, I didn't read the instructions properly. And yeah, happy little mistake, I guess. So moving on from there, we're gonna take our time to read the instructions a little bit more. So the next part that we will be doing is attaching the pocket to the front of the apron here. So it's got these little indicators on the pattern piece on where to pin the pocket. So I'm going to pin all around the edges, sew that up, and then we will do the seams to break this pocket up into 3 pockets, and it has the stitch line indicated on this pattern piece. So let me just go grab some pins and we'll get this all pinned on. Okay, Okay, this apron is already turning out so cute. I love this pocket detail on the front. I think that's what I love about vintage patterns so much. I feel like they just have so many interesting details to them, and I just think it's really quite fun. Oh my goodness. So I totally was winging it on how straight the lines were gonna be on the pocket, and you can't really tell where I sewed them, but we have 3 pockets. So let's take this over to the ironing board and see what's next. So we set aside the front of the apron for now to work on the ties. I already finished the raw edges with a narrow hem on 3 of the sides. You leave one of the short edges raw, so I did that with both of these. So what we're going to actually do is make soft pleats from these, and this is really easy. You basically just take the fabric and kind of fold it on top of itself like this, and then I will pin this and sew this down because the raw edges will be enclosed into a tuck that's in the front of the apron to hold it in, because the ties are going to be at the front. So I'm just going to take this over to the sewing machine and sew these down. I will be right back, and then we will pin these to the front of the apron. Okay, I am back now with my freshly pleated ties. So I need to grab the pattern piece for this. This is so we can see where I need to pin these at on the apron front here. So when you put these in, you want the fold to be facing up rather than like this. You want it like this. So this is where my sewing skills are not the best, because this requires some precision, which I am not the most skilled at. But in theory, if I fold where these 2 lines are, I'll fold it up and pin it and sew where that is. It will create a tuck that will enclose the raw edge of the waist tie. So we'll see if this works. I've done this on a dress once before, and it was a bit of a failure. Practice makes perfect, I guess. It shockingly worked, so see how that is nice and enclosed now in the front. This won't be like this, but just with how the apron is sitting, that's how it looks. So next up is adding the 2 back pieces at the shoulder seams, so that should be pretty quick. And then all that is left is the facing. So definitely gonna finish this before Rose gets up from her nap. So let me go grab those pieces and we will get these all pinned on. So I finished the shoulder seams, and I'm just taking a quick tea break. But something I was thinking about while I was sewing this is recipes and baking, since we are sewing an apron. And I was curious, what do you guys bake every Christmas? Do you have a traditional thing that you bake, or something that you want to bake? I would love to know. And if any of you are willing to share a recipe that's like your tried and true, you absolutely love it, but it's different than the traditional Christmas cookies, I would love it if you would share it down below, and I would maybe pick one to make in my next video. I love baking. I'm not a huge fan of cooking, but baking is my favorite thing to do. And I don't have many things that I bake around Christmas time. My sister and I make a Yule log every Christmas, which I will probably make in one of these Christmas vlogs, but that's really it. So yeah, if you guys have any recipes that you'd be willing to share, or even just telling me what you usually make, I would love to know. One thing that's on my list to try and make is mince pies. I've never had one. They're a very British Christmas dessert, but they look so cute and really fun to make, but it's hard to find the ingredients to make them here, so I need to order them online, which is why I haven't made them yet, because I just forget. And then by the time I remember, Christmas is already almost over. But yes, just thought I would spark a fun conversation in the comments. So if you guys have a recipe, let me know. I'm just going to sit here and finish my ice cold cup of tea. You know, nothing quite like cold black tea to get you in a cozy mood. Delicious. All right, let's finish this apron.
now it's time for Christmas. And Christmas is my favorite time of year. It's beginning to look like all my wishes are coming true. That's why I cheer. I've been busy decking the halls. I've been kind to big and small. And now it's time to have a merry holiday. What a feeling when it's time for Christmas. Let's sing a carol and we'll bring it here. I guess that spring and summer, they're all fine. But I've been waiting for the season that's mine.
So it is a couple of days since I filmed because mid-filming me making the apron, a sickness ran through our house. And so it's been a couple of days since I've talked to you guys last. I am wearing the same outfit. This is clean, but I had to put this back on because it's just so cozy and I love it so much. So here we are on the other side of the sickness, feeling so much better. It is the coziest of days today. It's raining, it's chilly, so I decided to cozy on the couch, make myself a cup of tea, and do the last finishing touches on this apron. So I'm eating my words because I said when I was making this the other day that it was only taking me 3 hours and it was a pretty quick project. That is not true. So let me show you where we're at with the apron and what I need to do today to finish it. As far as like the sewing on the sewing machine goes, this is done. We have the hem done in the front and any of the other sewing that I cannot remember where I stopped, but I sewed on all of the facings on the inside. We have some facings around the armholes and around the neckline. So what I need to do today is some hand sewing. I need to tack down the facing on both of the armholes and then also around the neck. And there is a button at the top here to keep the two back pieces put together. So I need to hand sew a button on as well. I did sew a buttonhole already. So just a lot of hand sewing things. So because of that, I thought I would watch a Christmas movie and we will finish this hand sewing so I can show you guys this apron. It's looking so cute and I'm really excited. So yeah, let's pick out a movie, cozy up and do some hand sewing.
Snowflakes fall, I can hear the sleigh bells call. They're saying it's time to have a merry holiday.
So I just finished the apron, but I had to go up and change into something that had a wider neck so you could actually get the full effect of the apron. But let me set you guys up and do a little reveal for you. So here it is. It's very, I'm gonna say 50s inspired with the top here. And then here is the back, which I love the back. I think the back is so cute and it's just so festive. I love the details. I love this pocket here on the front. The only thing I think I may end up adding to this eventually is the pattern calls for putting trim on the outside around the neckline and around the armholes. And I think the reasoning for that is to also help sew the facing to the actual apron front, because I ended up not tacking down the facing because I didn't like how you could see the thread. So I may do that eventually, but I think it's very festive and very fun and very cute, very cutesy, very demure. And I just think it would be fun to have for Christmas. The other thing I do like about this pattern is how much it covers of your clothes. I find sometimes with more modern aprons, a lot of your clothing is exposed and you still end up getting dirty. So because this covers everything, it's really nice. So yeah, there it is. So cute. So now that the apron is done, I think I will probably end the video here. I was going to do a couple more things, but I kind of ran out of time because we're leaving, like I said, in 2 days for Texas, and I need to get some other things done before we leave. But if you guys did enjoy this video, please let me know in a comment down below. I always love reading them, and I hope you guys have a wonderful Christmas season, and I will talk to you guys in the next one. Mwah.